Hello, guys. If we have not yet met, my name is Lindsay Noel. I am a conscious channel, a certified Akashic Records reader, and a healer. I'm going to talk to you guys today about discernment with healers, with psychic seers, with channels, and with light workers who are potentially connected to false light coding. I've had a couple of friends reach out to me recently. One of them, near and dear to my heart, had pretty dark experiences when it came to working with and connecting to the ethereal. I had another friend reach out to me recently who I absolutely love and adore so much, this beautiful, pure soul who is in a grieving process as of right now. And she had said that she had been on TikTok and playfully had responded to a psychic saying that the psychic was there to answer any questions. The psychic then proceeded to respond to her question and let her know that, she was in really poor health. She needed to go to the doctor, that it potentially could be cancer. Really, really, really dark energy coming through. Obviously, this very much alarmed my friend. It brought her into this incredibly fearful state. She couldn't stop thinking about the experience. And so at the end of the day, she reached out to me for support because she needed to find a channel that she trusted. So I love both of these people so very much. And knowing that if there's just two people coming into my space with this type of experience, that it does exist out there, sadly. So a couple things that I want to bring to light and ways that you can practice discernment when choosing a psychic seer or working with a healer. And so we'll start with the first one is absolutes. When you are working with a psychic seer, and it's always kind of this age-old story of a palm reader, right? Reading your palm, telling you your one future. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Be very weary of absolutes. If people say forever, this is what's going to happen forever, or this will never happen for you. They are not in that moment tuned into the multidimensional quantum reality that is true existence that we tap into when we are of psychic sight and are able to see all of these interdimensional realities that are playing out, because there are an infinite number of timelines. There are an infinite number of versions of yourself happening, past, present, future, all in this very quantum now. So when they tune into some information that wants to come through, they are potentially only seeing one timeline out there, whether it's past, present, future, something currently happening in another multidimensional reality. But tune into, does this feel right? And if that definite response of absolution brings up fear in you, that's a telltale sign that you do not need to listen to that. You can take back your sovereignty in that moment, and you do not need to hand yourself over on a silver platter in that moment to essentially just take in whatever this person is telling you as truth. So that's a good segue into number two is your truth will feel different, right? So it will not feel like fear-based information. If someone is truly tuned into the highest divine frequencies, right? Christ consciousness, almost like the highest elevation of frequency that we can tune into from this fifth dimensional reality. I'm sorry, from this third dimensional reality. When we tune into 5D, when we tune into that Christ consciousness, your guides, your angels, your guardians, your masters, teachers, loved ones, whatever it is, the perspective you want to call it, look at it, source energy, is only going to use that moment to pull through the most compassionate, loving, protective, supportive information. Your guides do not walk with you side by side, hand in hand, to instill fear into you, right? If there's fear programming coming through, if there's something that's throwing you off kilter, and there's a difference between being triggered by truth and also just being triggered by false information coming through. So being able to really discern, is this bringing up fear in me? Because I know that my human self recognizes this as truth. I know that there is change on the horizon, and I need to maybe come into a surrendered state of acceptance with it. Or is this bringing up fear because this is false light, false coding, a dark entity has taken hold and brought this energy through. And just like my friend is now bringing them into a state of fear, of separation, of duality. Something you can tell as well is the eyes are usually a telltale sign. Do they appear dark, kind of vapid and lifeless. You can tell when they are almost dark and beady and really sharp and intense, that they have been manipulated per se by dark energies, by dark entities, and that person is being utilized to funnel that type of energy through, right? They're almost like this open vessel that doesn't realize the information coming through has not been gut checked of, is this of the highest divine light? Is this of the highest divine truth? When I tuned into the psychic energy that my friend had told me about over TikTok, I could truly see that this woman thought she was channeling pure information and pure light, but she had actually opened up a dark portal, and there was dark forces moving this really dark energy, dark frequency through her almost unconsciously, right? She might not even be conscious of it. And it had then taken root in my friend's subconscious and in her mind. And what that then looks like in the human realm is she can't stop thinking about what this woman said. She can't stop replaying it over and over again. She's constantly in a state of fear. She's not in a state of love. She's separated from trust. She's worried. She's anxious. She's in duality. She's in stress. All of these are human experiences and things that we're going to go through. But when it's intentionally moved through someone who's being manipulated, their channel is being manipulated, the results are going to be different like that. So sending love to this woman who is currently under some type of energetic manipulation from a dark force, and really, really hoping that the people who are then receiving that are able to tune into their own discernment that this is not of the highest divine light, and this is not of the highest divine truth. So another telltale way for you to be able to tell discernment with your healers, your channelers, is, does this feel of the heart space? Right? Do I feel this in my heart space? Again, is this evoking fear and contraction? Or is this really, really something that I can truly feel is connected to Sophia consciousness, Christ consciousness? Is this something that is awakening and unfurling more light and activating more of my crystalline DNA coming from the heart space, the heart's knowing, the heart's wisdom? Our bodies are incredible antennas and compasses and communicators for us, especially when we are connecting with ethereal realms, when we are connecting with guides, with beyond. We always want to move this energy through and feel, how does this sit in my body? Where does this sit in my body? Where does this land? And if the information is of the highest potency and the highest frequency and the purest of intention, you will feel it in the heart space, or sometimes in the gut. It'll light up almost like a solar plexus awakening. So trusting in your truth, trusting in your intuition, trusting in your knowing. And I truly hope that these practices for discernment support you on the path, and that less people are impacted, by this work that's being done as false light, false coding through channels, through healers, through psychic seers. So energy clearing, just know that you know best, and I am sending you love, and I hope that this serves you today.